Welcome back to another episode of the PVM focused Ultimate Ironman. In the last episode, we completed a few quests and made our way to the City of Elves. And here we took on the Gauntlet and we got a bit lucky on some armor seeds. And then we took those armor seeds and we actually got the Necklace of Anguish, which we used briefly at Bandos, where we also got lucky and got the Bandos Tassets. Now we're getting back into Chambers of Xeric, so we're going to pick up where we left off there. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy. Alright, it's come to that point. We finally have everything out of Hespori and our bag, and setup is looking really full because of all the herbs, so I'm going to have to use those up at some point. But we are going to alch the Varix plate skirt, and that's because we have the Bandos Tassets now, and there really is no need to ever use the Varix for anything. This is definitely one of the oldest items on the account. In fact, this is, I believe, like one of the first major items I went for so that I could use it for Slayer, and really just a great general purpose tank leg. It has good prayer bonus and good defense bonus, and it was very nice, very awesome to have, and this will be the last time that we wear it on this account. I don't think we'll ever get another Varix plate skirt. Alright, here we are, back at the Gauntlet. So with that being said, we are going to continue on with Corrupt Gauntlet. We are at 150 KC because that's where we ended last time. And we're just going to go from here and see kind of where we end up. Alright, that's awesome. We got the final crystal armor seed, so we can actually make the crystal helmet. And again, we have the body and legs, so the helmet is going to complete the set for us. And then when we use the crystal bow, we will receive the additional 5% accuracy as well as 2.5% damage from the crystal helmet. But yeah, with that being said, that is the final crystal armor seed, and I don't plan to come back here for a very, very long time. I am going to do one more gauntlet for the possibility of a back-to-back. You always have to do that, just for fun. Alright, so the next thing we're doing is we're going to go get 99 magic, and we're very close. We are like 30 or 40% into 98, or I guess I should say towards 98. And then we'll just be one level away. So this will take us a little bit of time. Okay, I lied. I ended up going and getting an Amulet of the Damned because I tried to manually cast for like an hour and a half maybe. And my goodness, it's just kind of painful. Alright, just a quick update. We got 98 magic. I was actually AFKing, so I did not see the notification, but nonetheless, 98 magic is completed. All right, if we teleport to Camelot and teleport again, that will be 99 magic. And there's another Ultimate Ironman celebrating. That is a big, big level. All right, that's the magic cape and the hood. Wow, it looks really cool with this armor actually, but that's a big level for us. The Magic Cape allows us to swap our spellbook 5 times per day. And this is nice, you can go to any spellbook, and it's great because this means we can get on Ancients much easier. I don't have the Scepter and, created the house altar, so I can't switch easily. And this now allows me to switch very easily because I can store this cape in the house. And then I can pull it out whenever I need to, so it is effectively like an altar for me now. So, I guess we will do the emote one time just to show it. This was actually one of the first 99s I've ever had in this game, even starting way back in, 2007, 2008. 99 magic was the first skill, and I just, have a lot of fond memories of standing on the Castle Wars wall and high alching and watching games played and just, having conversations with people is so much fun. All right, now that we have completed 99 magic, we are going to be camping Saradomin God Wars. And there's a couple of reasons why. First off, the ACB would be a great item to have for the Inferno. And that is really one of our goals coming up. I mean, it's going to still be quite a ways away, but the Inferno is something I want to work towards, and there are things that I'm going to need for that, which is the ACB as well as Rigor. outside of all the herbs in my bag, which can definitely be cleared up, my bag is starting to get pretty crowded, and the reason for that now is because I have 2 Godsword shards and the Zamorak hilt, and this is taking up 3 spaces. Now it could be reduced to 2 by combining the shards, but I figure it doesn't really matter at this point. I need to get the 3rd shard, and I need to finish off the ZGS, because at this point it's just taking up too much bag space, and also the ZGS just needs to be completed. It's been sitting for so long, and it would be nice to have for doing Chambers of Xeric as well. I think it actually does have a use there at Mutadial, and since I'm doing a lot of random raids, and some people don't have freezes and I don't have freezes, that will be a nice addition to this setup. Alright, we finished our first trip and we got 6 kills. We did not get a 7th kill. We were almost about to get it, and then we had to teleport out due to being out of prayer. I think so far the actual biggest thing I've noticed is that killing the minions is taking me too long with the blowpipe. Well, I think we can officially say that I am lucky at God Wars, because I have gotten so many drops from so many of the bosses in an incredible rate. So that is the Armadillo crossbow at kill count 44. I did finish the trip off, so I missed the recording because I have not been recording actively, unfortunately, but I need to start doing that because, oh my goodness, I cannot believe that I have the Armadillo crossbow now. We have combined our Godsword Shard 1 and 3 into one piece, which will save us 1 more inventory spot. And the last thing we're going to go do is just clean out our Renar stack, because we don't have that many Renars. I think we have like 30 or 40 of them. So we're going to go just do that to create 1 more space in the looting bag, because our looting bag is getting insanely full because of the herbs mostly, but I don't want to go through and clean those out because we are going to go back to raids shortly for Rigor, and in the meantime I just need to add a few spaces to the bag. Alright, we are officially ready to go back to Bandos. Now I think I can actually store the GP to get an additional inventory space, which we might do in a second, but this is basically what we're running with the crystal bow, and really the only difference again is that this time we have added the crystal helmet. I think previously we were doing the same setup for a short period of time, but we got the tacits and left. Really what we are after now is the final Godsword shard so that we can finish up the blade to make the ZGS. Okay, nah. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on right now. But we actually just got Godsword Shard 2. And that is the last one we need, because we have Godsword Shards 1 and 3. And this is Godsword Shard 2. I was 2 kills in to the trip. I had 90 KC now. And that is the final Godsword Shard to make our ZGS. I have no idea what is going on with my God Wars luck. Something in particular with God Wars is just popping off, and I have no idea. I can't explain the insane amount of luck I got. Alright, in order for us to attach the Godsword Shards like we did here, we are going to need to boost 1 more time to 80 smithing, so we're going to try for that, and then we'll be back. Alright. We've done it. It's completed. It's been sitting in the bag for so long. We got the hilt and the shard back when we started doing the Zami grind, and we got it very early, and that was actually quite some time ago, and it's been taking up 2 inventory spots for such a long time. This is awesome because this frees up those inventory spots, but also the ZGS is storable by itself, which is a very rare thing for items for Ultimate Ironman, and also just for stash units especially, because most stash units require multiple items for clue scrolls, but the ZGS is one of the few that does not. So that is awesome, and if we combine the Godsword blade with the hilt, we can see that we have the Zamorak Godsword completed. And this is actually so cool. And it's honestly one of the better ones to have got done, I guess, because we can store it, and also we are going to take this with us to the Chambers of Xeric, at least to test it and try it out, because it does have a use there, which is freezing the small and large mutadiles, which is pretty impactful for that room. It saves a lot of time and supplies, so we are going to be trying that and seeing how it goes. So firstly, we do need to go build the Master Stash, which is why I'm still holding the orange spices as well as the stews. We need to get a slight boost. I think we need like a +3 so that we can actually make the stash and get set up for that. So we are going to go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, this is like the third time now that I am saying that we're going back to raids or something like that, maybe even more than 3 times, but this is what we're rolling with this time. Not really any major changes. I am going to try out the crystal helmet. I did some calculations and it appears like it will give us a max hit and some obvious accuracy increases. And that's nice because we've been camping the fire cape previously. We weren't using the Ava's assembler. It didn't really seem worth it to bring a switch for that, but the crystal helmet seems like it's worth bringing. I'm not honestly sure. We're gonna test it and find out. And I guess just to summarize the way we finished God Wars for now is that if we look at Commander Ziliana, so 50 KC, we have the Armadillo crossbow, and none of these Godsword shards were from Ziliana. So in 50 KC, we just got the Armadillo crossbow. Then if we look at General Gardor, we have the Tassets, which we got a little bit before 90 KC. And then we did get the Shard 2 and Shard 1 from Bandos. So we got 2 shards in less than 90 kills. Anyways, that is really where we're at. We are stuck at raids now. There's nothing left to do except for get Rigor and then send the Inferno. So we are going to do that, and hopefully it doesn't take us too long. This is one of the biggest raids that I have done, and it is pretty chaotic when there are a lot of people in Chambers. I haven't really done a whole lot of bigger team raids. Typically I'm doing 3-mans or even 2-mans, but when you get a lot of people, there's just a lot of chaos going on, and it can get pretty hard to tell what's going on, but it is a lot of fun doing it with lots of people. And hopefully in the future we can start to do more of these, because it is always cool getting a lot of points and seeing drops more frequently, even if they aren't in your name. But, you know me, I got lucky this time, and we saw something in my name. We just completed our 59th raid, and it was basically an all Ultimate Ironman raid, which was really cool. There was a regular Ironman as well, but it was a 6-man, one of the only 6-mans I've done so far in the 59 KC that I've done, and we got a Twisted Buckler. The thing about the Buckler is I actually think it's a really good item, and I'll definitely be holding on to it, but I also don't know where it's really used and where it makes using my newly found ACB better than Crystal Bow and Crystal Armor. So as you can see on the right hand side, we are tracking the data. It started at 45 kills logged because I had to reinstall the client, and some stuff on my computer, so I did lose the first little bit of kills, but this is where we're at, 872k personal points of 2.5 million overall. And funnily enough, of the 2 purples I have seen in general of all my raids, I got both of them. I haven't actually seen any other purples, so I figure I'll mention it now, but I'll definitely mention it again in the future. But once we do get Rigor, there are a few things we still need to do before we can even attempt to, do the Inferno at all. And that is, we need to kill Vorkath a decent amount. And the reason we need to kill Vorkath is because it kind of does a couple of things at once. Firstly, it gets us Dragon Bolts, which we are going to need because we got the ACB and we can actually use them now. And that is going to make a substantial difference. And then also, it has the potential to give us Rune Dart tips, which will be nice if we can get a decent amount of them to do a Inferno run once we're comfortable with, and we really feel like we can make it to the end. Then I can switch to Rune Darts and hopefully be able to do at least maybe 1 or 2 attempts with the amount of Rune Darts we get from Vorkath. It'll depend on how lucky we get, but it does drop between 75 and 100 Rune Dart tips per drop, and it's a 2 by 1 in 50, so effectively a 1 in 25 drop chance. And yeah, so hopefully we can get that.